Hi guys, I'm Hikaru slash King of Charmanders, and this is my video on my review of Season 1. Now, Season 1 was very interesting, I would say to say the least. There was a lot of meta changes in between. It was really painful. Everyone got better from the preseason. I think the biggest difficulty about Season 1 was the fact that because the preseason was out, because we had the preseason, everyone got better, and then literally just everyone kind of migrated over to season one, and they were like, "All right, we know what to do. We're gonna kill all of you." That's basically what happened. Now the thing about this is that I kind of memed super hard in season one. If you look to my right, I'm actually using viewership teams. I stream on Twitch. For those of you that don't know already, I'm a Twitch streamer. And sometimes I'll use viewership teams. So 90% of my climb to rank 10 was actually done trying hard, but I actually only tried to actually push really hard for rank 10 for about 3 weeks. About halfway into Ultra League, 1 week in Ultra League, they mentioned the leaderboards came out, and then after that, I was just like, all right, I want to get on the leaderboard and I want to make rank 10. I already kind of had the goal of making rank 10 to get Pikachu Libre, but I wanted that, like, that's kind of the goal I set for myself was make rank 10, get on the leaderboard. And I only tried really hard for, like I said, 3 weeks to make it. But what really hurt me in the beginning was this is the Great League. This is my Great League portion of the video. What really hurt me was I memed super hard. If you look to my right, like I said, I was using like Delcatties. I was using Shuckles. I had hundreds of battles that would like nuke my rating. So I had an uphill battle. But Great League was just absolutely it's Great League. Great League, anything happen. It's the most open of all metas. Now, while we didn't have things like Stunfisk, we didn't have like all these other like random picks like Stunfisk, move changes that we do have in season two. It's kind of like, okay, what's gonna come up next? So obviously the best meta team, BBML. If you don't know what BBML is, I'll make a whole new video of that. But BBML was rampant everywhere. Everyone was using the best they could. Great League is such an open league that like I said, now that everybody had practice because of the preseason, now everybody kind of knew what they were doing. So climbing in Great League was still really hard. It was the best league to climb in because a lot of you already had Pokemon for that league, but it was still really hard, like I said. And next we move on to Ultra League. Now, Ultra League and Master League is my playground, but here's the problem. Remember when I said I only was trying really hard for 3 week climb for the leaderboard and make rank 10? I kind of spent the first half of Ultra League kind of using blissies and timeout strats. I like memeing, okay? There's no point of for me to battle if I'm not having fun. And this was just a whole lot of fun to use all these meme teams. I'm known as the Blissey King. I love Blissey. I love using Blissey. I love beaming stuff to death at the end because there's actually a way where you do it with 100% win condition, but I'll do a video on that later because I'm getting requests on it. Anyways, so I really still memed super hard. I was using my timeout strategy. I was having a whole lot of fun. But like I said, because of all this fun I was having, didn't I wasn't actually like trying super hard. So you fast forward on a week where they finally announce, "Hey, we're going to have a leaderboard. Hey, if you do really good, your name is going to be on here." And I kind of like those things. I played League of Legends, I've played StarCraft. I have never made Challenger tier to where you have your name on a leaderboard like that. So I wanted to try really, really, really hard. Well, I didn't try as hard as I thought. No, I still tried hard. Let's be real. But the thing about it is that I refused to do. I wanted to make it on my own way, and there were two things I was going to refuse to do. I refuse to borrow anybody else's team that I've seen on YouTube because I support all of our content creators. I have a huge list of them below. You should totally check them out. I didn't want to use content creator teams, and I didn't want to use my friends' teams. So I wanted to use teams of my own original creation. So if you see the video on the right, I'm using the same team over and over again. More on that, I will make a completely separate video on how I made rank 10 using the same teams and why using the same teams is so good. So this is my Ultra League journey. Second half of Ultra League, I actually tried really hard to get to rank 10. And I actually climbed really good decently in Ultra League for the second half. The big problem is that we had that move change. So I love using the Lapras Gear Core, and I've been using it since the preseason. So because I use the Lapras Gear Core very heavily, it actually because of the move change and the nerf to Ancient Power, it really sucked. We had that huge shift from like ancient power. We had that buff to bullet seed. The whole meta just kind of shifted because of the moves. Because now you couldn't really use Giratina to cover fairies like Togekiss, or you couldn't like use ancient power to threaten like Articunas and whatnot. So there was that huge meta shift in the middle of season, if middle of the middle Ultra League. So it just really sucked. So I had to adapt to that, and that's why I have two separate teams. You see, I have the Swampert and all that. You see, I'm using like Swampert and I'm using Articuno, which one? Anyways, more on that next video. And then you move on to Master League. Now, Master League was the most frustrating week of our entire. Actually, it's still gonna be the most frustrating week in season 2 because with all these. Remember when I talked about move changes? Yeah, we got more of that. You know what? Oh, we got Aquatail Palkia, we got Fire Punch Groudon. So season 2 is gonna suck. It's gonna take a whole lot of adapting, but at the same time, season 2 Master League. I mean, not season 2. Season 1 Master League was a total pain in the butt. Master League is the league that everybody arguably hates the most. Well, factually hates the most. You have not a lot of people have raid mons because it's so difficult. You need raid mons, you need Stardust. It's so resource heavy. It's so like limited as far as barrier to entry because like you said, if you don't raid heavily, you don't have a lot of great mons. At the same time, it's very Stardust expensive. You have had to play for a little bit to have a decent arsenal. Or if you didn't have the BBML of Master League, which was Giratina Origins, Dialga, and Melmetal, then you were kind of really handicapped. Now, I became legendary for breaking this meta using Hydreigon, Mewtwo, and Rhyperior. If you want to see that 3-part video, it's right there. You should check out my videos. It's over there. I have an analysis on all of them and how I used a literal Spice team to make rank 10. That's how I made rank 10 up here. I made it during Master League. After I spent hours on PvP Poke. You should donate on PvP Poke if you don't have his Patreon, by the way. So I took this entire like first week of Master League, or like the first 3 days, and I was like, what the hell am I going to use? Because here's the thing. I refused to use complete basic B meta line. I didn't want to use it. No. I didn't want to climb using that. So I refuse to use what everybody else was using or the most powerful line to get up there. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing it, but I just didn't want to do it. I wanted to prove that you could do it otherwise. So I was like, okay, how do I do this? So I spent like the first week or like the first 3 days of Master League, like I said, really trying to figure out how do I break this meta? It is so basic. But it's so basic and the Pokemon are so powerful. Like I said about the preseason, there was so much more time. Now a lot more battlers know they're prepared and they know what to do. That's what made it so difficult for Master League. Because now everybody had that Melmetal that they powered up. Everybody had their best buddy Dialgas. Everybody had their Giratina O's because they had all that time to prepare from the preseason. And over time, you just really saw just how basic B meta line dominated the meta. Or like that, plus the Dialga slash Giracore. If you look on that chart, that's like right there from PvP Poke. You see that line that with the Hydreigon? Yeah, that's this guy. That's this guy. I literally broke PvP Poke using my original line to climb in Master League, and literally like I think 3 days before Master League ended, I made rank 10. So I was super proud of it. I climbed the entire time using my own teams, and then we rolled over on to post Master League, which were all 3 leagues were available, and then it was extended because they were trying to fix stuff for season 2, even though stuff wasn't actually fixed. They pretend they fixed up, but actually it's still broken. There's still all this crap that's going on, and nobody knows what the hell they're doing in Niantic HQ. Anyways, this is my climb to rank 10. Like I said, I only spent about 3 weeks climbing super hard. I had a lot of fun in between. It was a great first season. Now, takeaways from season 1 was just it was tough because like I said in preseason I gave a lot more time for everyone that's either new to PvP or you were already in PvP to prepare for season 1. And because of that, everybody had their teams, everybody had no knowledge. It was a horrendously hard climb. Like I said before, we had that move change in between, so it just really sucked in general. You had meta shifts because of content creators and move changes, and you also had everyone being just super prepared and a lot better from the preseason. That equals a whole bunch of pain, and everyone's just really good and really sweaty. Now, you know when you play Apex or you play like other first person shooters like Call of Duty and whatnot, and you use the term sweaty, yes, season one was incredibly sweaty, but I did it in 3 weeks using my own teams. So I'm going to do another video on that. I'm going to do another video on how my mentality of using the same teams, because I didn't just use the same teams. I used very unique teams that were incredibly player skill heavy, but like I said, they were my own creation. Never borrowed anybody else's lines, even though my friend said, "Hey, it's okay. You can use our lines. Use our lines, dude. Use them. They're great. Use them on stream." And I'm like, "No. I take pride in being original. I take pride in making it my own way." And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to use BBML, if you want to use the Caleb Pang line, if you want to use the OGJ Devon line, their links are below, by the way. You should totally check them out. They're great content creators. Caleb Pang is like the king of anti-meta, and OGJ Devon's like the coolest dude in the world. But they're also great battlers. You also have Zionic, you have FPS Sticks, you have Kang, of course. You have so many content creators. Hero Vange in there too. You have so many content creators that or have resources out there to help you. But because of all of that was available, along with, like I said, move changes, it made season one incredibly difficult to climb. This will arguably be the hardest season to climb because, like I said, now everyone has experience. Everybody knows what to expect for season two now. So season one was definitely just a painful, really painful really painful, but the things I hope that you took is that you learned from season one, like I did. You and I was able to show everybody that I did that you can kind of do it your own way. You don't have to borrow lines. You can prove to the world that you could do it on your own. And that's that's what I was really proud of, that I did it my way. So do your best, do whatever you can. Season two is here. I'll be doing a video series on season two on like kind of like my own video blog on it. But I'll see you guys on my Twitch streams. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Remember, do your best. If you didn't make rank 10 season 1, it's okay. There's always going to be a new season to make rank 10. If you didn't learn anything from season 1, make sure you go to YouTube, you go on Twitter, anywhere. Refine your skills, practice, 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 learn more and more and more so that you can develop. I've only been in PvP for 6 months, or not actually 6 months. 17 days will be my 6 month anniversary of being a battler. So I don't even have a lot of experience, but I've beaten really good players, not just locally here in Silph Arena, but also in Go Battle League. So I am really good, but like I said, that's through a lot of practice, a lot of great friends a lot of great friends. My battlers family has been so supportive and helpful for me. I've done a lot in a short amount of time, and you can do it too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember, just keep on tapping, in the words of my senpai Taco.
Every challenge alone